Well, good evening, everyone. How is everyone doing tonight? We're here on a Tuesday night. We're here to ruin your next watch purchase. We're here to talk about the best of 2024, and we've got a great panel to do it. We'll do the wrist checks to start off with. By the way, Blake is on his way, and he's got a killer wrist check too, so we will get his as soon as he gets here. Right now, he's in a McDonald's drive-thru. So good luck.
That's like the 8th level of hell.
That's right. But he will be home after dinner, and we'll be on after dinner. We want to welcome everybody here tonight. Let's first of all find out what's on the wrist. Let's see. Jen, you want to start us off?
Rocking my Speckinson.
Your Folkwanaut?
Yes, my Folkwanaut.
There you go. The ghost of Yiddish Gambino, Mr. Nate. What's on the wrist tonight?
I have been wearing pretty much nonstop my new to me Generation 2 overseas dual time.
Man, that's gorgeous.
Very nice.
Love the overseas. Love it.
Yeah.
Fantastic. Mr. Mitch, welcome in. What's on the wrist?
Well, today we're going with a G-Shock Rangemaster.
Hey.
It's big. It's so ugly that it's so cute. And even though it's big, there's not enough blank dial for Jen to do her magic.
I know.
No.
Yours is coming. Yours is coming, Mitch.
I know. I got to stick to the Casios.
And I've got my most worn watch this year. I actually put it on for the show Sunday, and I haven't taken it off yet. So there you go. The Longines Hydro Conquest GMT, most worn watch of the year. Absolutely love it. And get back to in focus, and there we go. And speak of the devil, fresh from the McDonald's drive-thru, it's Blake. How are you doing, man?
I'm good. I'm hanging in there.
Good.
Well, you're right on time because we were just doing wrist checks. So show us that killer piece that is on your wrist this evening. Look at that.
Beautiful Zenith. If we say Zenith 2 more times, Ari will appear.
Nice.
That's right.
A defy or defy or faux femme or whatever.
I like that in white. It's very nice.
Yeah, that's gorgeous.
Did you guys see my strap project? This is all my straps.
Oh,
wow. Here, let me blow you up.
I thought I had an illness. What the heck, Blake?
They're organized by brand, and then you can see this is the Omega bracelet I've never worn. And,
man,
do you have them cross-indexed by clasp?
So if it's in a brand section, it is an OEM strap or bracelet.
Okay.
And if it's not, it's a 20 millimeter leather, 20 millimeter rubber, yada yada. So yes, kind of. So
look at you.
How often are you actually going to the humongous tackle box of straps?
Never.
They were just great straps to buy. You liked them at the time, and now you stare at them.
Or did I show you the other picture?
I'm afraid.
This is what I had before. So you said the tackle box. So it was
it's
very
the huge tackle box. The huge tackle box of straps. Yes.
Yeah.
And if he goes fly fishing, who needs flies? Just straps.
Yep.
Well, I think he's been going fly fishing for watches. You throw the strap in, you get a Rolex.
Well, hey, that's a cool idea.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Don't I wish?
Wow.
At least see who's in here with us this evening. Doc Mick, welcome. Glad to have you. AB upvoted. And hey, we've got at least one and maybe 2 unboxings tonight. So get those upvotes in early and often. Because when we get to, we've got 26 watching now. I think we can get to 30 upvotes because more people are going to come in. So we'll do the first one at about 30. We'll do the second one at about 60 if we can get that many, 50 if we can't, 50 or 60. So get those upvotes in, and we are going to have a mega unboxing from Mr. Nate. And it is cool, let me tell you. We've got Mitch Halprin, who is not only in the room, but give us a $2 super chat. Do you know how expensive maintenance is? Maintenance on what?
Watches.
Oh, very.
You see, I'm already getting into the swing of things.
Ah, so trying to talk people out of buying another watch.
Why wait for the show to actually start?
That's right.
I have a maintenance horror story right now.
Oh,
So yeah, about back in April, I purchased a very rare, very beautiful Daniel Roth Apis 2. I'll see if I can find a good picture of one to share on screen. It is just an absolutely stunning watch. And I got to wear it exactly 3 times before some reason it wasn't running, and I went and I wound it, and I kept winding it, and it kept winding, kept winding,
that's
kept
not
winding.
good.
Is it automatic or just?
And I realized something terrible.
Something terrible is that Nate's now frozen.
So terrible.
Okay, while Nate is unfreezing himself, we'll continue to say hello, and we'll get to the end of his story in a minute. Hello to Van Lux for being here tonight. Thank you for joining us. DP in the house. Stefan is in the house in Germany. Howdy, howdy. The ghost of the Horned Beast of Brisbane. Hello, Stefan, and hello to you, Mr. Ghost. We've got Lakeland, Florida in the house. Kevin, thank you so much for being here. We've got our main man, Wristful Ignorance. Almost got tucked into the Bobby Legs giveaway back here with the real ones. There you go. Well, hopefully you won something too off of Bobby's channel. Good evening, Watch Degenerates. We are here, and so are you, Bubba Hotep.
Yes.
With your big purchase over the weekend. Congratulations to you. Absolutely awesome watch that Bubba picked up. If you are not in the WhatsApp group, you have no idea what it is. So if you want to be in the WhatsApp group, join the channel and send a message to watchhangout@gmail.com or find Watch Hangout on Instagram. Tell them that you've joined the channel and you want to get into the WhatsApp group. You will get a link, and then you will be in the group, and you can see all of Bubba's interesting, we'll just say interesting, both house decor and fantastic watches. You gotta be there.
His cabinet of curiosities, if you will.
That's right. Rad time upvoted. Thank you so much, sir. We'll be listening in the background. Please upvote when you come in, because we've got some really cool unboxings for you, or at least one really cool unboxing, if Nate can get back on the stream. And Acquired Taste is here. Good evening. Good evening to you. We're glad you're here. While we're waiting for Nate, why don't we talk first, and then we'll get on to ruining watches. So why don't we talk about first some of your best of 2024? And I'll start us out. I think this is certainly one of the best of 2024. The new Tudor Black Bay monochrome. And I really, honestly, you got to get this, or at least see it on the Jubilee bracelet. When I tried it on, it was on the 5-link bracelet, because Jubilee is trademarked by Rolex. The 5-link looks like a Jubilee bracelet, and it's fantastic. It really is. I kind of wish it had a Cerachrome bezel, as Rolex calls it, or a ceramic bezel, as most other people call it. But they're not going to do that, because it would be too close to the Submariner, and it's already very, very close to the Submariner. Basically, you change the snowflake hand into a Mercedes, and you have a Submariner.
Yep.
Yeah, it's a gorgeous watch. Fantastic movement. Not only Meta certified as well as chronometer certified. It's fantastic. We have Nate back. We were starting to talk about the best watches of 2024, but let's continue with your story while we're talking about that.
Yeah, so I have this again, beautiful Daniel Roth, extraordinarily happy to have it. It worked exactly 2 times, and proceeded to just absolutely die on me. And had no idea what could possibly be wrong with it. I brought it to a local watchmaker. I'm gonna see if I can get a picture of this thing to share on the stream.
Yeah, if you can find it, I'll bring it up.
Yeah, just trying to get my my whole internet crashed. Yeah, my whole internet crashed. So this has been lots of fun. So I'm trying to wait for most of it to get pulled back up. Here we go. I'm gonna share it. Brought to a local watchmaker. Told them that the mainspring had broke. Wanted him to replace it. Again, shouldn't be a particularly hard job. The man proceeded to butcher the watch.
Oh no!
Taking the mainspring out to do a measurement on it, and then realizing that he could not put it back in, nor could he find one anywhere.
Oh, for God's sake!
Daniel Roth is at the moment, despite the fact that Daniel Roth is a live person, it is to some extent a dead brand. While Bulgari owns it and is putting it back out, they, you can't just go someplace to get a Daniel Roth serviced. I think there are 3 people in a cave in the Alps of Switzerland that work for Bulgari, and the watch has been sent to them, and a mainspring. And since they can't just replace the mainspring, they've got to service the watch.
Oh yeah,
naturally.
That is $2,400 in 6 months of my life that I am never getting back again.
Oh God! So do you have it back yet?
I don't. It was dropped off in September, and I am not expecting it back based on what they've told me until March.
Okay.
Oh man!
So I could wear it for the 3rd time.
Yeah. We have Mr. Ali Reza that wants to come on the panel. Apparently, is he in the back?
He was. He's not anymore.
Oh, he just wrote like a yeah.
Yeah. Tell him to come back in. Sorry.
Yeah, he must have poked out. Sorry.
And of course, I've definitely learned my lesson, which is why I'm currently, as we're on stream, on eBay right now, looking at complicated Breguets.
Oh,
because you're a glutton for punishment.
Yeah,
I truly am.
So we were talking about one of the ones that I thought was the watch of the year for 2024, and AB just happens to be wearing it right now. There you go. It's a hell of a watch, AB. I think you would agree with that since you're obviously wearing it. I just love it. I love it. So
Yeah,
what do you guys think of this?
Honestly, it's as perfect a real Submariner as exists in the watch sphere right now.
Yeah.
I'm a huge Tudor fan, and I love that 5-link bracelet on it. It is just a perfect Submariner, better than the actual Submariner, in my opinion. And
I think the 5-link bracelet looks better on it than the oyster style or the rubber band. I think if you're going to get it with this one.
I agree with you with one caveat to that, which is I don't think that the 5-link bracelet would have worked on the last version of the black dial Black Bay Heritage because of the gilt on the dial.
Right.
I think
I agree with that.
I think that the monochrome look to it, I think that the 5-link Jubilee, whatever they're calling it, or actually they can't call it a Jubilee, the 5-link bracelet.
I think it's called the 5-link.
Yeah, they call it the 5-link. Yeah.
I mean, it's a Jubilee bracelet, but
Yeah.
I think that it works. It gives it just that little bit of extra that if you had the gilt, would have been too much.
Why don't they just call it a Tubilee?
Really.
Marketing, right?
Yeah, there you go. Have you messaged Ali back, Blake, and told him to come back on?
I can shoot him a WhatsApp.
Yeah, shoot him a WhatsApp. Tell him to come back on. Tell him I'm sorry I didn't know he wanted to be on. I saw him in the back, but he always tells me, "Don't bring me on. Let me bring myself on." So that's what I was waiting for.
You got fired already.
Yeah, I'm fired.
And AB in the chat has commented that he's surprised that I have not already sold the overseas, but I am now making a statement that he apparently has screenshot or is screenshotting that this is a keeper for the collection.
AP, I was at a
Famous last words.
I was at a Tudor boutique today and said Jubilee, and the two SAs cringed and looked to see if their manager heard. Oh gosh. Honest to God, they need to get over that. Come on, Rolex.
Would Rolex sue Tudor? And other deep philosophical questions.
They probably would, and then they have a bunch of money that just gets transferred from Tudor to Rolex.
Yeah.
That's like basically being in the backseat of the car growing up with your brother and taking his arm and hitting himself with it, going, "Why are you hitting yourself? Why are you hitting yourself?"
Yes.
Could be. Yeah.
So from one monochrome watch to another, what do you guys think of the new Omega? Because we've talked about this before. I like it. Again, I wish it was shinier, but for what it is, a really nice Thule Omega. I really like this watch.
I love it. Did you see the two-tone, the green one?
Yeah, it's
Titanium.
Okay. I prefer this one, but
it's beautiful in real life. Me and
I haven't seen it in real life yet.
Me and Bubba saw it the other day.
Yeah, we just got the Omega boutique opened here a month ago. I haven't been over there yet. So awesome. I'm hoping to go see both the one you're talking about and this one in person. I'm not a big fan of the gray one that came out at the same time as this one.
Yeah.
But I'm kind of when it comes to dive watches, I like a good either blue or all black monochrome looking dive watch.
This is definitely the Classico, but no, I was super surprised because I didn't even look at the press release. I think it was one of those watches like, oh, okay, cool, another Seamaster, like whatever, like Omega releases just go over my head all the time for whatever reason. And I was actually surprised because once I got it in hand, I didn't even realize it was titanium. It was titanium and gold, and it was very cool. It was very beautiful.
Yeah,
it was very hard to photograph.
I can go back to, whoops, I made that.
Oh, that's perfect, actually, because I wanted to say I have owned the current generation of the Omega Seamaster, both the black dial and the white dial with the black bezel.
Mm-hmm.
I like this so much more, primarily because they went with the shark mesh bracelet. Reminds me of the Breitling Super Ocean Heritage 2 shark mesh bracelet, which is just such a great look for these. And I absolutely hate, with the heat of 1,000 burning suns, the garbage bracelet that's on the Seamaster 300 right now. I mean, it's so overly engineered, no taper, just it detracts from the greatness of the watch. This watch,
that's the bracelet I literally haven't even opened. The thing that sucks is how you size it, I think. Like if you look at the Super Ocean Heritage, there's actually links that look fluid. Like it looks perfect and it's a little bit more easier. This one is kind of an annoying nuance.
It's a belt buckle.
Yeah, it's just a fancy.
I mean, I'm fine with that. The only downside with the Super Ocean Heritage is, it's got removable, like it's shark mesh, but at the end there are like actual removable links, but with screws.
Pain, in the ass, yeah, totally.
I'm a huge fan of these from Omega, and I think that they should the use of the shark mesh actually just upgrades the watch so significantly, in my opinion.
I do agree.
And this is the
And I'm a
one you
big
were
fan of
talking
the
about,
green.
Blake.
Yeah, this is stunning. It's definitely gets away from the Thule vibe of the first one. But I was surprised. And again, like I said, when the release came out, it just went right over my head. I didn't even pay attention to it. I was just like, oh, cool, steel and gold, another steel and gold Seamaster, whatever, but it was titanium, and it has really nice light play, and it balances out really well. And the dial, I know it's very muted, but I definitely think for people that are on the fence for a Seamaster, and if you like.
Uh-oh.
Up.
Yeah.
Well, there goes Blake. He'll be back.
The ghost of Blake Ray.
We're each going to have to take our turn in internet Hades or something.
No.
Yeah.
No, I'm not going to let you speak that over my internet. No.
Yeah. I think everybody, just in my opinion, just get a chance to take a look at this, and if you're in the market for a Seamaster, especially two-tone, just don't overlook this. That's my final word.
Even though we're in a watch wasteland out here in Metro St. Louis, we do have an Omega boutique.
Oh, cool!
So I could pay a visit.
Nice.
I think it's worth it. It's a release that went under the radar, and it is beautiful. It is a very beautiful watch, I will say.
Yeah.
Available on Moda for 30% off within the next 2 weeks.
Yes.
Yep.
Yes. Besides the point. But still.
So speaking of divers, let me.
Since we have Omega open, can I? So the Aquaterra, the black and the teal that they just released.
The black is such a stunning. Yeah, the deep black.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, I would agree with that. Let me see if we can find that. It may take me a while.
Whatever you do, don't pull down your internet history.
Yeah, no, I'm not going to do that.
I noticed how you've got the bar cover just in case there.
Let me see.
You know what we really need while you're looking for that? We need somebody in the chat to post something that we can try to talk them out of their next questionable watch purchase after you pull this up.
Yeah, there you absolutely. Go. So this is the 41. It obviously comes in a couple of different sizes, but this gives you an idea.
The bracelet's so good on it.
Yeah.
Robert.
It's a complete opposite from the Diver 300.
I think if they put this bracelet on the new Diver 300, that would also be a very, very, very cool configuration.
Yeah.
Without the polished center link.
Yeah, exactly. There you go.
This is a stunning watch.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Although again, after Sunday night's stream, I am never going to be able to look at an Aquaterra ever again without seeing the teeth.
I mean, they call it a Barracuda dial for a reason.
It looks like Shai Hulud.
Then
is this
the latest
is this
one.
The other one?
No, it's a teal color. It's a teal color. There it is. It's right there.
Oh.
Yeah, this one right here?
Yeah. That's the other one that I really like.
I missed this one. I didn't even see this come out. I mean, again, so many Omega releases.
Yeah, this just came out, I think either yesterday or the day before. Yeah, something like that.
I was going to say late last week, but you're right. Yeah. It may have been like Monday.
It is very nice. It's very nice. I do like it.
Yeah.
Omega may have actually passed the point of being able to keep track of its own releases.
Oh, they probably have no idea. They probably have no idea. I was in Target yesterday, and my wife was looking at books, and I went to the vinyl record section like I always do, and I saw a record there, and I was like, cool, I'm gonna buy this record. I literally took it to the thing and tried to scan it. It said, please see associate for price. And then I was like, I went to an associate. Hey, what's the price of this record? Oh, it's not even our computer. It's like, how the hell did this come in? And you don't even know what price it is.
Yeah.
So then, anyways, they're like, oh, take it to the register. They'll know the register. Scan to the register. no price. And the guy's like, how about $12? It's yours for $12. And I was like, okay. So I can imagine that happening with Omega, right?
Oh God.
So that's my Omega story. Or Target
That's
story.
your Omega story, and you're sticking to it.
Exactly.
All right, somebody stop me. I am close to submitting an offer on a Moser Streamliner Center Seconds smoked salmon dial.
Okay,
Hold up.
bring
Hold
it up.
I'm
Next
pulling it.
Next Tuesday, let's just do a whole stream of you just bidding on watches you
No.
don't even need.
Next Tuesday's Christmas Eve. We're taking the
that's
Tuesday
right.
off.
That following Tuesday.
That's New Year's Eve. We're taking that
Well,
New Year's Eve
that
off.
following Tuesday.
There you go.
If we're all still alive, we can.
Yeah.
No, Nate.
Yeah.
I'm giving it a thumbs down. I don't like the dial on it.
I don't
I'm not
either.
a fan.
I don't like it.
It looks more like poop than salmon.
I would agree. It doesn't look very salmony, and
Maybe
Well,
it's salmon poop.
I
It's
know
smoked
my
salmon.
smoked salmon.
Okay.
It's
It's supposed
smoked
to be
something.
I'm sorry if Mitch is giving a thumbs down to smoked salmon. There's definitely something wrong in the world, and I have to go away from that.
That doesn't look like smoked salmon.
What about the green? Maybe the green.
Let's see. Show us some
All right.
colors here. I know they have a nice blue. I know they have a nice purple.
Yeah. I like the blue and I like the purple.
Am I the only person that doesn't think that Mosers are worth it?
Oh, I
A lot
think
of
they
money.
are. I think they are.
I don't know. For
beautiful.
me,
That
they're beautiful for sure.
yeah, that strap is a work of art. Like to do something like that, that's insane. I do like that green. That green is nice.
Yeah, the only thing that's giving me pause right now before submitting an offer, especially given who the seller is on this one, and I'll probably text my my friend who works there to tell me how much to actually submit the offer.
Yeah.
For.
Yeah.
You're not going to pay the premium because it's been on T Masso's wrist.
The premium. This thing has got a
I'm
list
joking.
price of $26,000, I think.
I'm joking.
Yeah, I mean, it's that I already own a Moser, and the question is a collection is having two Mosers in a collection one too many?
For me, it's too many.
Oh,
sorry. I mean, sorry,
fighting
not my
words.
sorry, but it's your money. Do what you want, right? I mean, we're all here. We all have different perspectives, but
now that's not the theme of the show. We're supposed to talk him out of this.
All right, well then talk me out of this one because the seller just sent me an offer.
Oh
All right.
God, here we go.
All right, hold on.
We want to first of all say good evening to Tariq, who's in here. Put
Yeah,
the kids-
Tariq needed convincing to avoid his next watch.
Yeah, put the kids to bed and come on when you can, man. We love
Yeah.
having you on the panel. All right.
Slip them some Benadryl. Send them to bed.
I
didn't say that.
I'm not going to be able to talk you out of this one. I'm sorry.
It's the GMT version.
Yeah.
So it's got your
I'm not
second
gonna talk
time
you out of it
zone with
either.
your day and night indicator on it in white gold. The offer that's coming to me is first of all, the $19,995 is not a bad starting
No.
price on this to begin with. I think these are 40,000 plus. And it's a complicated Breguet tradition.
That's a beautiful.
Yeah, it's more
watch.
complicated than mine. That's for
That's
for
a better way to spend the money, if you
Yeah.
ask me.
Yeah, I would.
you know,
I would get this over the Mosers.
for sure.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Am I the only
How
one that
many-
just?
How many dress watches do I need?
Well, you already have too many, so it's
Yeah.
a moot point.
Or, as Joey Tribbiani would say, a moo point.
That's right.
Yeah, I only have one dress watch, and it's the Breguet tradition, but the beginner model.
The 7057?
Yeah,
That is a perfect watch. Which one did you wind up getting? What metal?
rose gold.
Rose gold black dial or rose
Yeah,
gold?
rose gold black dial.
Stunning watch. I've owned that piece and sold it to a friend of mine. Every time he wears it, I kick myself for selling it. I hope you bought it. I hope you bought it well, Mitch.
Do your Santos Dumonts fall in the dress category, or do they fall in the sport category? Because that's a hard one for me. I'm conflicted about.
They're dress watches at this point.
Everything is a sports watch, Nate. Remember, you just put a rubber strap on it.
Well, it starts out as a dress watch.
Yes. Then you get the rubber strap and sports all the way, baby.
Yep.
Wristful Ignorance, $2. New Aragon Silver Jet for best case design, 2024. Can somebody look that up?
Pulling it up right now.
Aragon Silver Jet.
Pull it up, Blake. Pull it up.
Well, I saw an Aragon. Was it yesterday? I was on their site, or today. Gosh, I'm trying to remember what it was. It was a cool looking watch. It was one of their divers.
I got one here.
Is this it?
I don't know. I got one pulled up too.
Let's see. Yeah, I think so.
Is that the Aragon outlet already?
I mean, it says Aragon Silver Jet.
Yeah,
I got one here too. Introducing introductory special mother of pearl dial sapphire crystal. Yeah, I don't know.
Oh, nice loom.
I mean, it's a cool watch, but the case is giving me Seiko Samurai vibes with the way that these lugs are and the knurling on the crown. I mean, that's not a criticism. I own a Seiko Samurai and enjoy the hell out of it.
So, Wristful Ignorance, he says a 3-part case. Is this the right one that we have pulled up? Just tell us if this is the right one that we got up on screen tonight.
Seems like a pretty good value.
Yeah, Aragon's a great value, especially if you like larger watches, because most of their watches come in 2 sizes, this 44 size and a 50. So if you like big watches, this is for you.
Yeah.
But
I'm a huge fan of the AM PM complication being added to a dive watches, even though it's completely useless.
Yeah, that is kind of cool.
Yeah.
It is kind of cool. And I'm surprised that that's not a complication that you see elsewhere. And I love the applied indices on this. It looks very cool.
Yeah.
I'm not a fan of the hard angles on the case.
Well, that's the Seiko Samurai look.
Yeah.
Although not this part here.
Yeah, not the 3-piece case, but the quick downturn in the lugs is what you're talking about.
Yeah, exactly.
Hey, did you reach Ollie? Is he coming on?
I texted him too, along with Blake, but I don't know.
I haven't heard from him.
I think we're all fired.
Yep. Sorry, guys. It'll be the last show.
It's the last show of 2024.
Well, you know what? If this is the last show, we need to open up our own channel and steal the lead.
I know, right?
You steal the lead.
By the way, we got over 50 people watching and only 27 upvotes. We need 3 more, and we'll get an unboxing.
3 more, and this is a heavy hitter unboxing, folks.
That's not even half.
So
the first watch that I'm unboxing tonight, I honestly can say has, I think, the most beautiful dial of any watch that I've ever owned.
So PRX?
Yes, it is. It is a Tissot PRX.
Awesome.
It's the one with the Mickey Mouse fingers. It's the
nice.
The Nico version.
The Nico version.
There you go. We got Frank P joining us. Good evening, Frank. And of course, Ducky is here. Thank you so much for being here, sir. And Pedro Bermudez is in the house. Welcome, welcome. We're glad all of you guys are here. Please
we hit 31.
Upvote. Please upvote. Ah, we got 31. Well, let me get Nate. Let's see. I got to remove that and get Nate into assuming the position.
There you go.
Is this personal or is this inventory?
Yes.
Yes.
It is
Just no answer. Just yes.
It's always inventory.
personal inventory.
Like JJSW.
Look, everything is personal until it's inventory. Everything is inventory until it's personal.
Got it.
And there is no shock to be had.
Oh, gee, I wonder. Gee, what brand could that be?
That's a Rolex, a new Rolex box.
Yeah, so this is an eBay steal.
Oh man.
I wound up grabbing this thing on eBay. Came with, its papers. Went through the authentication process. Let's see which one is. It was originally sold back in 2013 by Casa de Oro Jewelers in the historic Falmouth district of Jamaica.
That sounds exotic.
Info at casadeoro.com.
There you go.
Yeah. And I will tell you that my understanding actually is, and I spoke with a friend of mine who works for Richemont, and they pulled up the reference, and to his knowledge, there are less than 100 of this specific reference that were ever actually made and sold, which means it is either rare and amazing or rare and terrible. So
we're about to find out.
We are about to find out. In fact, hold on one second. Let me go turn an extra light on because I think we'll need it to actually see some of the detail on this. So bear with me 1/2 second.
Sure.
Well, lucky for Nate, if it's terrible now, it could be amazing in a couple years.
Yeah.
Which is usually the case, right?
Well, judging by the theme of tonight's show, let's just say it's terrible.
That's fine. So I am a fan of a watch line from Cartier that is the unloved Genta design. In fact, it's the last Genta design that he did before he went to create his own company. And it is the Cartier Pasha.
Mm-hmm.
And this one is a rose gold Cartier Pasha, 42 millimeters with a chocolate guilloche dial that is unfortunately not showing as nicely on camera as I would hope.
Is that a guilloche dial?
It's a guilloche dial. It's a red Milgauss. It's a red gilded Milgauss.
Is it a red Milgauss?
So this is a 42 millimeter rose gold Cartier Pasha, big date, which they did not do very many of, if at all. It has a day-night indicator, and it is a GMT. Since it's not showing as nicely, it's a chocolate brown dial. The hands are rose gold. The indices are rose gold. The dial is full of rose gold. And since it's not showing up well on camera, I am going to post something in the WhatsApp so we can put a better picture of this particular dial. And in all honesty, I've sadly owned a bunch of watches. But I have to say, and I just put it into the chat in case you can pull it up. That'd be great.
Yeah, doing it now. And
it is probably the prettiest dial I've ever seen. Just chocolate brown, guilloche in the middle. The day-night indicator looks like a sun and a moon rising over a pyramid, and the dial is rose gold. And if you look, if we zoom in the other way.
No, I'm trying to, but it's not doing what I want it to do. There we go.
And it has an independent GMT hand. It just so happens it's up by the 12 in this photo. But again, you control the big date by turning the crown in one direction, and you control the GMT by moving it moving the crown in the opposite direction in the first position. I'm gonna actually do that on what I have now. Let's see, what's today's date? The 18th. So here,
17.
Yeah. I'm going to put this up to the screen if you want to make me big so someone can see the GMT hand is wow, is that reflective? The only thing Cartier needs to do is give me some more anti-reflective coating would be really great. Is a Breguet hand at just under 3 there.
Right.
So you can see the GMT hand. And again, you see the moon rising over the pyramid as the day-night indicator on this thing.
That's amazing.
It's great. Original retail on this was in the third. It comes with the great Cartier gold deployant display movement. It's based on the JLC, like so many of the Cartier movements were at this time. But again, complications galore. A dual time big date with a day-night indicator in rose gold, weighs about 130 grams, and less than the cost of a steel date just at retail.
Nice. Well, congratulations again.
Thank you very much. This one was, it's always weird when you say congratulations to somebody on getting a watch. Congratulations, you've spent money.
Yeah.
It really
a lot of it.
Condolences, you have spent money. And what's particularly funny about this one for me is you may remember or not, given the number of unboxings I've done, I owned the steel version of this exact watch on a bracelet. And I wound up selling it to fund the purchase of it in gold.
I mean, that doesn't surprise me. You've moved to other watch. What was that? Breguet Maritimer or
the Marine? Yeah, the Marine went from the steel to the gold and then to the gold chronograph.
Yeah.
And in fact, speaking of selling the steel one to fund the purchase of the gold one, while we're continuing the conversation, I'm going into my Watchfinder account to see if they have finished and are in fact paying me. Because that's who I sold. That's who I sold the steel one to. And in fact, I recommend. I obviously have a relationship with a couple of people over at Watchfinder, but given that they are owned by Richemont and are one of, I think, the only places that they do certified Cartier pre-owned, they happen to be a really strong pair if you are selling Cartier watches or any of the Richemont brands, frankly. So just think about it and try to give them a buzz, because you may be surprised how much they're willing to give you for your watch.
Nice.
Good.
Very, very nice.
A watch that I would not have wanted somebody to stop me.
Well, it's too late because we didn't have a chance anyway. You already had it.
Fair point. Here, make me not big anymore.
Oh, yes, sir. There we go. Although I could make you really big, but I won't do that. Oh my man, that's fantastic. Love it, love it, love it.
Thank you.
Do we save the congratulations to Rolex owners for when they come off the wait list?
No, fuck them. It's again, the whole congratulations thing I always just found to be just kind of funny. I mean, do you give condolences when the person sells their watch?
No, but you congratulate the person when they're hunting something and they catch their prey.
See, now that's actually a really good way of describing it. If somebody's been, it's not the purchase of the watch that you're congratulating somebody on. It's if they've been looking for something very specific for a long time that's hard to find, and they're able to find what they wanted. So that means you should never be congratulating me on a new watch acquisition, because it literally is just I go onto eBay and look at all the fish right there.
Yeah.
It always surprises me that the word mazel, as in mazel tov, as in congratulations or whatever, has gotten appropriated as a word used to close watch deals.
Mazal.
Yeah.
Yes, Mazal. And to answer your question, Helgestrand, the original the original Breguet that I started with was the 5817 with the black dial,
Yeah.
which was a great piece, and then I moved to the 5817 gold, because it was only, I think, maybe a $2,500 difference to go from steel to gold.
Which is amazing.
Given which is amazing, and that is a tremendous watch. I so highly recommend Breguet as a brand, and so highly recommend the Marine, the last generation Marine. The current one is terrible in my opinion, but the last generation Marine is the Marine that everybody loves, and it's a dress watch that comes on a rubber strap, so it is a sports watch.
There you go.
and then I moved from the 39 millimeter 5817 to the 42 millimeter 5827, which is a flyback chronograph, and probably one of the coolest movements and the coolest watches that I currently have, and maybe have ever had or never will have. It's got the Lamagna based chronograph movement, similar to what's in a couple of older Pateks. So it's pretty damn neat.
Very
Nice.
Yeah.
So if we can, and our watch numbers are varying here to there, but if you haven't liked us yet, go ahead and like us. If we can get up to 50, which I know we've only got 48 watching right now, but if we can get up to 50, because we've been churning people in and out, then we've got another unboxing. And that is, if I'm not mistaken, another Richemont brand, correct?
Possibly, you never know.
Possibly, you never know. I know what it is, but possibly you never know. We hope to get to 50 upvotes so we can get our next unboxing underway. So again, if you haven't clicked the thumbs up, please do so. We've got another Watch of the Year candidate. What do you guys think of add to stage? Thank you. The Longines released this in a 39 millimeter this year and took the date off. What's the 41 millimeter had the date? This one does not. The Legend Diver. What do you guys think of the Legend Diver? I like this watch. I think
I've got the brown dial original version.
Right, you've got the 41, right?
Right, you're right, with the lug to lug of about 300. which is why Longines finally got the message that they had to correct that.
Longines listens, though. They listen.
Yeah, and it's amazing that the Swatch Group does so well with its sort of lower, I don't want to say lower end, but it's, if you think of Breguet and
entry
like
level.
Blancpain, yeah, they're what they do with their entry level brands is off the charts good. What they've done with Tissot and Longines is just, and
Hamilton too,
and Hamilton, Hamilton. Every single one of those puts out watches that are just like off the charts good. This is a beautiful watch. It's too small for me, but just beautiful.
I think that Certina is also another forgotten entry-level Swatch Group brand that gets zero love.
I've got one, and it's pretty. I like it. It's a diver that actually has some history to it. It being part of a big Australian deep sea expedition it was designed for, and for the price, it's finished well. It works well.
Yep.
But you hardly hear of it except for Teddy Baldassar.
Yeah.
He does more for marketing Certina than Swatch does.
Yeah, that's true. Well, Swatch doesn't market a lot of Hello Breguet and Blancpain. They don't market a lot of their brands.
Another great one they don't market.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Speaking of Blancpain, did anybody see the release that they put out today?
No.
Swatch Blancpain. They released a new one.
That's not a Blancpain.
What is it?
It's just I saw it. I can't remember. It was so ugly, or just I didn't even care. Sorry. I saw it. And I just looked right over it, and it just copy paste, right?
Well, I
it's
have the Ocean of Storms, and I absolutely love that watch. And I rarely say that I love a watch because it's just a thing, but I picked that up when I was in Switzerland this summer with my wife and my 13-year-old daughter. We each went to the Swatch boutique in Geneva, the mothership, and bought a swatch. And I absolutely love the Ocean of Storms. It is such a great watch. The strap is absolute garbage. And based on some advice and example from Tariq, I put it onto shocking, a rubber strap, a rally strap, and it looks great. Such a great watch, such a great movement. Are you talking about the Blue Lagoon? Is that what they came out with today?
Yeah, I think so.
Yeah, I've got it. Hang on just a second. We'll do that.
I think that's why I looked over it and I just was like, this. I don't even know if this came out today or it looks the same.
Yeah.
These are fun watches. Anybody that honestly, this and the Moon Swatch. Anybody that has one of them, I've yet to meet somebody that has one and doesn't have a smile on their face from it. Whether they're somebody that has 50 watches or it's their first real watch.
It looks like they fixed the strap here, though, right? Or is it?
Oh no, it's absolute shit.
Oh well, this one doesn't look like the NATO because the other one was a NATO.
Oh, we're not allowed to call it that, but sure.
Or you know what I'm saying? Whatever.
A fabric strap, yeah.
A woven fabric strap that has a double pass.
Yeah, this one looks like it's a single pass of some kind.
Yeah.
Or
either that or it's a two-piece.
Yeah, that's actually it looks like a
two-piece NATO style strap. What it says in the description.
Yeah, and it's
there you
made. They say that it's made out of recycled like fishing nets, and it feels like it. I would absolutely. The only downside to swapping straps on this watch is it's not, even though it looks like it, it's not attached with a spring bar. It's got a screw, which is actually a better way to attach, but it's not even a real screw. You need to get a 0.6 millimeter hex Allen wrench to take the damn bar out to swap out the straps. So again, thank you to Tariq for sharing that information. And put the damn kids to bed and get on the stream.
Yep, there you go.
I don't like this. I mean, to me, just like I don't know.
Yeah,
it just feels so copy paste, cash grab. Like at this point, who are you selling these to?
I don't know, but they're selling a shit ton of them.
I mean, I don't doubt that, but I don't know. It's like you want these because you want the name of owning a Blancpain, but you don't have the real money to buy a Blancpain or an Omega or whatever, right?
Yeah.
Or you're just one of those guys that just appreciates the obscure shit, and and you could be either of those two, but I don't know.
Yeah, if you want a dive watch for $400, actually less,
Seiko.
Get a turtle.
Yeah.
Yep.
Their turtles are $380.
Yeah, I mean, you're getting a real watch. This is a toy. It's not a real serviceable watch.
Yeah, but it's made out of
great watch,
rare bioceramic.
Oh, is it rare?
No, it's just they're using a term instead of plastic.
Well, I will say, as somebody who could go and buy a Blancpain 50 Fathoms, but there is exactly a 0% chance of me spending the money that a Blancpain 50 Fathoms will cost.
Yeah.
Well,
I absolutely love this wall. Not this color. This color can die in a fire for all I care. But
I put you in the I put you in the segment of somebody who appreciates the obscure. You were in that segment though, so it's
a fun watch. By the way, the bezel action on this $400 bioceramic watch is better than the bezels on any number of many $1,000 watches that I own. And you know what? I know it's a System 51 movement that's going to last
4 weeks.
No, actually, I can't say that. I
2
bought
weeks?
my oldest daughter, who's 20, when she was 10 years old, the System 51s came out, and we bought her for her 10th birthday one of the first System 51 swatches. And this was before I even had gotten into collecting at all. I've only been collecting since 2018. And we bought her one of those. It still runs. It still runs. It still works. It still keeps decent time. You know, it's plus or minus 20 seconds, which I think all the System 51s are.
Mm-hmm.
I know that I can't be serviced. It's, you know, it's sealed and whatever, but yeah, I absolutely, I wholeheartedly recommend a System 51 movement watch for anybody who just wants an inexpensive watch to throw on wrist. And Tariq is here with his Ocean of Storms in his hand.
No.
Got it right
Make-
here. Check this
make
thing
big.
out.
That's
Oh,
the
yeah.
strap that I bought too. One of the straps that I bought too is
Oh,
exactly that one.
I have one of those for my Speedies. It's like a little rubber integrated rubber one. Yeah, I got one of this one. Yep.
This is the way you gotta go. Whatever that watch originally comes with is
Burn it.
absolute trash. Yeah, it needs to die. This strap is just so comfortable, and this is probably the only way I'll actually own a Blancpain. I'm with you, Nate. There is no way I would buy a Blancpain.
Even on secondary?
Oh God, no.
No,
Really?
no.
I am not spending $8,000, $9,000, $10,000 on the secondary market for a Blancpain 50 Fathoms 5015 or something like that.
There's so much
No.
better options out there.
Look, for a couple bucks more than that, you can have go and buy a Holy Trinity, dual time. I mean,
Yeah.
again, this did not cost me much more than a 50 Fathoms would on the secondary market. And I bought this on eBay, which means, probably could have gotten it for less somewhere else given the fees.
Yeah.
Yeah, I would. I'm not.
Yeah, and I'm not a fan of the sizing on the Blancpains either. I mean,
Yeah.
for $400, yeah, I'll throw this thing on and knock it around. But for close,
You like the
I've owned a
42?
few-
The 4250 Fathoms?
I've tried it on. It wears a little big.
I've owned a couple of 50 Fathoms, and I've enjoyed them. I think the finishing is superb. at least
Yeah.
on the ones I have.
Outstanding. Yeah, I think that the watches themselves are great. I just can't justify that money for that watch.
Yeah. I mean, that makes sense. Yeah, I mean, that makes sense. I have one of my buddies who, again, I felt the same way. I was like, hey, like, I would never spend any amount of money on any Blancpain at retail, and the secondary was kind of hotter than I expected, or it set higher than I would have expected. If it was $6,000, 6,500, like maybe for me, but after trying his and wearing his, I was like, man, this is a sick watch. I mean, it's hard to say, but I mean, it's the same price as a Submariner.
I'd get a Glashütte CQ for this for
The CQ,
the same price.
the
or a little
CQ is
less.
awesome, but it just, I don't know, it just doesn't impress me for as much as the 50 Fathoms does personally. Which the
Yeah.
CQ is impressive, and I have worn one at extended periods of time for a couple weeks. Glashütte loaned me one for a month, and I just didn't even wear it.
Was it a
How do I get
42 or
your wife?
39?
It was a 30. It was, I need to look. I got the reference, but it was the green dial, green
Okay.
bezel. I think it was a 39.
It was a
it
single date.
39.
It was a single date versus the double date.
Yeah,
version.
yeah, it was not the
Right.
big date, the CQ big date, panorama date or whatever.
Yeah.
And it was cool, and I actually wore it to a Blancpain event. So, ironically,
Speaking
You
of
don't see a lot of
speaking
those in the wild.
yeah.
Speaking of Glashütte and panorama date, I found on eBay today. Actually, no, I'm trying to remember whether it was
Oh, God,
eBay
here we go.
today or it was either eBay or the Real Real. Hold on one second.
So the third week out, what does Nate find on eBay is the topic, and there'll be
Yeah.
a whole segment of just Nate showing us shit on eBay.
Oh, are you
What
kidding me?
did Nate buy this time?
Yeah. What terrible decisions has Nate made this week?
Yeah. So while we're
If
waiting,
anybody, well, hold on. If anybody wants a great Glashütte, let's see if I can find it. If it's still available, it is in my it's on my wish list. I'm gonna share the screen real quick. I can't buy it because again I own two Grand Longas, but you can get a Geo panorama panorama
Oh
datum
yeah, there we go.
for $4,250.
It's a great value.
This
Great
is
value.
this is a lot of freaking watch.
Yeah.
There you
$4,000.
Yep. All day,
I mean,
baby, all day.
Look at that movement.
Yeah.
Yep.
And granted, it's naked. So again, no box, no papers, but you don't wear the box and you don't wear the papers. And I think that they have it priced incorrectly because they have incorrectly said that it is a 33 millimeter case dimension, which it absolutely is not. This is a 39 or a 40 millimeter watch. And it indicates that it is, it's been evaluated and it is meeting timekeeping standards. So this was on my wish list, and if there's anybody in the group that's got $4,000 that wants a Geo, this is a lot of watch for the money.
It wasn't evaluated very well if it was a 33 on paper, huh?
Yeah. Look, I the reason that I got so on Sunday I unboxed the Breguet Classique 5207 BA, and I purchased it from the Real, and it was priced for $3,000 less than the nearest comp I could find anywhere else.
Nice.
wow.
Because they identified it as having inaccurate timing and needing a service, which cost me $75 at a watchmaker, because he looked at it and said there was a piece of dried up oil on the balance that was causing it to have low amplitude and making it run completely, incorrectly. So, because again, they're not a watch place. They're whatever. They're jewelry. They're anything.
Bags. Yeah.
Yeah, and this is the watch that I wound up with. If I can get this to work, for well under $10,000, a Breguet Classique with a retrograde seconds, power reserve, and that movement, and a solid gold deployant clasp.
Nice.
Because they couldn't figure out how to take a watch to a watchmaker for $100 to have them look at it.
They probably get so much shit coming in the door they just don't even care.
Yep.
Like Amazon, the returns, or Best Buy, or they just put it all on one pallet and just resell it.
Yep.
They just don't give a shit.
Which
works out for us, works out for us value buyers, which I consider myself to be a value buyer. So
yeah,
you guys do
somebody needs to stop me, given the topic of the show, because they just the Real just sent me a $500 credit to apply to anything.
Oh God. Enablers.
Yeah.
Just like AB says, you're enabling him. They're
AB,
enabling
you should go buy that Glashütte. That is a great. That is a great deal.
That's the Real?
For a fact at the Real.
And you get the $500.
Well, no.
$4,200.
I could go and buy that for $3,750 right now,
That's
and
a steal.
Because I have a reseller license, I don't pay tax from them either. So I could get it for $3,750. I know I could resell that thing for $5,000 or $4,500 or $4,800 to a dealer somewhere. I just don't feel the need to buy it and add it to the watch box with the Longas that I have. It doesn't serve a new purpose. It doesn't even start out in the collection. It would just be to buy it just to sell it.
Yeah.
Oh
Well.
God.
Oh,
Speaking of Glashütte,
Yeah.
This is just porn.
Yeah.
this
This
is,
was my
Blake's
watch.
watch of the year, one of them.
Yeah, I've got 2.
Oof. So good.
Obviously this cannot be overlooked, right? So, watch of the year, and I can use it here. So,
I
yeah.
thought you were gonna say talk me out of buying this.
No.
I can talk him out of buying it very quickly.
Yeah, I
Oh,
can't. Yeah, I can't
okay.
afford this. Yeah.
You don't have the money for this.
Yes.
There
no,
you
no.
go.
Nope.
None of us do.
you know.
I will be homeless, wifeless, and everything-less.
But you'll have your
Bank
Longo.
account
Well,
Yeah.
as the great Meatloaf once said, 2 out of 3 ain't bad.
Yeah. So, sorry.
You'll be homeless and wifeless, but you have a really nice watch.
For what it's worth, I would. For what it's worth, I would. But I prefer to keep everything else intact to have this one object. So
Yeah, I would have to like liquidate like a huge chunk of the collection to get this, and I know that at some point it's going to be selling under retail, so I can't justify going and
You think so?
trying to
I
find
thought
it.
the lumens usually always go over retail.
I have started to see some of the lumens going below retail.
No way.
even
Yeah.
is this the only lumen though that's 50 pieces or?
This is the only limited edition lumen in honey gold that I think that I've
Yeah.
ever seen. So this one may be, if you need the honey gold, you're going to be paying the premium on it. But before we get into anything else, I do have to say, I know that Tariq, you commented on Sunday that you thought that the topic of Somebody Stop Me was a great idea for Tuesday because you needed convincing not to buy something. So
Yes.
somebody make that man big, and because I want to see what he was thinking about getting.
All right.
Well, I got a couple.
I'm gonna put him on the hot seat.
Yeah,
Put him on the hot
boy.
seat.
We're gonna get him there.
The 3rd degree.
There
Yeah,
we
so
go.
what are you looking at so we can roast the shit out of it?
Oh, please. I definitely need some roasting for this. Breitling. Okay.
Say no more.
Sketchy.
Yeah.
Sketchy.
A Breitling Bentley Premier.
Oh
Nope.
Jesus!
Oh,
Okay.
my
Nope.
God.
Double neck.
Oh.
Nope.
You
No.
lost me at
It's
Brent
so cheap. It's so cheap.
How
And it's
cheap?
such a
Wait,
nice looking
Breitling?
watch.
Breitling Bentley Premier. What's the reference?
It's a B01.
That's the movement.
What's
Pull it up. Pull it up and
I
screen
see
share.
it.
Pull it up, Tariq. Pull it up.
Hold up. It's like
I have not
the
seen the
plane is going
Breitling.
down.
I have not seen the. I've seen. Ooh, Breitling Premier Bentley.
There's a reason why it's cheap as shit. Is because nobody wants it though. Like, sorry, just being real.
No. I get it. It's one of those watches that I tried on in person, and I was like, you know what? It speaks
pull
to me.
the fucker up, please. It's
How do I even do that?
At the bottom,
you
there's
gotta
a
do
share
there's one
screen.
that says present.
Oh yeah, present. Yeah, there you go.
And then you do share screen, and then you pick the tab that you want to share.
Or just throw the link in the chat in the background
Yeah,
chat.
I can pull it up.
I'll send it to you guys. I'm a little
Need technical support.
technologically- Yep.
Yeah, one of us can pull it up.
There you go.
Who's,
And this picture is like really
Oh,
super
okay.
edited too.
you put it in that chat.
Oh, it's are you talking about the green dial?
Yeah.
Is this a Bentley though? Hold on, I'll get this pulled up real quick.
This is not a Bentley.
This is not a Bentley.
This is a Bentley.
So-
Yeah, it's not a Bentley.
That is something that I was curious about. There are two watches that look exactly the same, except one is Bentley and one's not. What is the difference?
I don't
the
know,
Bentley
but
is
this is not a
probably
Bentley.
overpriced. Has a horrible
That-
platinum bezel.
It has a platinum bezel.
Knurled bezel. Yep.
Yeah, the
Oh.
Bentleys. I'm looking for one right now. Hold on one second here. I'm
The
about to share my
Bentleys-
screen.
I think the Bentleys were generally much bigger.
Yep.
They have that weird little like domed bezel,
Yeah.
and they're just very gaudy, and they're very, yeah.
I
Is
thought
this
it
what
was
you're
that,
looking
that
at?
stupid
So is-
stupid plate on the side.
Yeah. Well, no, he's looking at a different version of that, but it's pretty much the
No,
same
no, no,
thing.
no. This is it. This is it.
Oh,
yeah.
oh, shoot,
this
shoot,
is
shoot.
it.
Yeah,
no,
sorry.
no. This
Yeah.
is it.
It's
Yeah,
not a
bracelet.
Bentley.
Yeah, it's not a Bentley. So yeah, you saved yourself.
Well,
No, I roast it, please, guys.
okay, here we
No,
go.
I'm not gonna roast
I've
this.
asked. I'm roasting it. Actually, I'm not roasting it. I'm going to do a dramatic reading from our friends at ChatGPT.
Oh,
Okay.
My new favorite thing
Okay.
is plug a watch, either a photo or a reference, into ChatGPT and say roast my watch.
Oh yeah. Can you
Yes.
do the screen share and let's just see what it pops up, so we
This
can get
is-
the
this
full
is-
effect
Here we go.
of the
this is-
roast.
Let's do it, and we can have a dramatic reading from our friends at ChatGPT.
Why don't you ask ChatGPT to think about the where this watch will go? Like, will this watch hold value? Where do you see the value of this watch sitting at in 10 years?
It's a watch that screams, "I have arrived," but it doesn't quite say anything worth listening to.
there you go.
Wow.
There you go.
The steel case is
No, I love
polished
this
to a-
part.
The steel case is polished to a mirror-like shine because when you're buying a luxury watch, why not make sure everyone knows it's about 50% steel and 50% fingerprint magnet?
Oh, that's beautiful. That's beautiful.
I'm rich. This watch also wants to leave a smudge on your dignity.
Yeah.
Ooh.
Let's see. Let's see whether or not ChatGPT thinks this watch will hold its value.
Yeah.
Will this watch hold its value, or will it sink like an anvil to
In
the bottom
15
of the
years.
ocean?
Let's set a number. 20 years, 10 years, 15 years.
Let's see what it has to say.
Oh, damn.
It's likely to sink more than float.
Uh-oh. There
Wow.
you go.
Brand perception. Trends in popularity, price at launch. Wow.
I
Why
mean,
you-
it's not wrong.
Hey,
It's not wrong.
Let's just
conclusion,
let's
unless
just
you're buying this watch as an investment piece with the assumption that the brand will hit some magical growth spurt or rarity, it's more likely to sink in value like an anvil than float like a rare collectible.
let's just simplify this. Should I buy this watch? Paste the reference number.
Mhm.
Let's just see how smart AI is.
Oh, it's going to give you some pros and cons.
Just say, give me a yes or no.
Yeah. So it's daily
Why
wear,
unite?
Depreciation.
Here you go.
size and style,
Just say, give me a yes or no.
and price versus competition.
It's just saying buy what you like.
Yeah, it's
Yeah,
going
but-
to be a buy what you like.
Let's just see. Come on. Entertain AI.
Just give me a yes or no, damn it.
Oh! There you
That
go.
was worth it.
Beautiful.
That was worth it.
Yeah. Wait. Well, here we go. What was the watch that everybody was pissed off about Luxury Bazaar for spruiking the other day? What was that? What was the,
The
name of that brand?
Purnell's.
Purnell, yeah.
What about Purnell watches?
Should you buy a Purnell from Luxury Bazaar? Yes or no?
Garbage or
No.
glory?
No. Don't ask it like that.
Oh, look at this. More glory than garbage.
There you go.
You must
I
be
mean, it's
using
not
the wrong AI model here. You're using the 40 mini. You gotta step
Hold on
up
a
to the
second here.
40, man.
Are you really Nico Leonard? What about Hublot?
I'm not Nico Leonard.
Just ask GPT, what does Nico Leonard think of Hublot?
I think we already know the answer
I know,
to that.
but does AI know? Does AI know?
Oh, you know what? Okay, we got Van Lux, Van Lux wants me to ask what it thinks of the Cubitus.
Yeah.
What do you think of the Cubitus?
We'll
Let's
know
see, by
that it's
Patek
paid off
Philippe.
if it gives us a certain answer here.
Is it a future classic, or just a
Cash grab.
Cartier Santos mixed with a
Bell and Ross.
Gerald Charles?
Nah, not a Gerald Charles.
Ouch.
Oh, with a Bell and Ross.
Yeah, with a Bell and Ross.
All right, here we go. Why it might feel like a Cartier Santos Bell and Ross matchup.
Square case syndrome.
Yeah. Not very Patek. Okay. Fashion over
Fashion
function.
over function.
There you go.
We are
Damn.
officially,
Wow.
we're officially at the point where the stream has now basically become typing into Chat GPT rather than
it.
actual
Yeah.
conversation.
Well,
Yeah.
maybe
The
it's
whole
There's something
show.
to be said about this AI. I don't know exactly what though.
Hold on.
Uh-oh. He
Oh
is
my
not
God.
out of control.
Okay.
Apparently he is. Apparently he is. Or it, whatever.
We
This AI is out of fucking control.
Yeah.
we could do the most commonly asked watch question in all Facebook chat groups.
It's gonna say yes. It's gonna say yes. We already know this.
I'm not going there. I'm not going there. I bought from them before.
Yeah.
Oh, I have too. I bought several.
Yeah.
You
So-
know what?
I
Have you ever
think we're getting to the point where soon we'll be able to do a stream with, AI Avatar Mitch and AI Avatar Jen and AI Avatar Nate, and just the different AI programs talking to each other for 2 hours.
Yeah.
We are going to reach that point, and we can do that. The question is, why would anybody want to?
I mean,
Well-
I'm one of one. I don't know about you. There ain't
Well,
no
Jen-
AI like
Well,
me.
Jen, what you need to do is you just need to upload your consciousness to the cloud,
Yeah.
right? And then just tell the cloud to join the stream. Tell the,
I know,
the
right?
consciousness to join the stream.
We can't even get
And-
Ollie to join the stream.
And then you just do this.
I know, right?
You just do this. You don't have you just have an avatar, like a little smiling, a little headshot, like I have now,
Yeah.
and then just let your consciousness speak for you, or your
Yeah,
AI bot.
Neuralink, and I can actually go play video games and then answer all your questions.
Yeah, there you go.
So here's Tariq's next watch, correct, sir?
Yes, sir.
Ooh. I like
So
the
we're-
gold one with the black case, dude. Oh my
Just
gosh.
the size on these new releases are. I see this gold with the black case. That's a beauty.
So good.
What's
So
the size of this one? Is
Is
this
this
the
the mid?
Grand
This is the
Tie
mid? I think it's the mid.
26 by
Yeah.
42?
40
Uh,
by 24.
I think that's the
Yeah.
mid
Oh,
case.
it's even smaller. Okay, this is even smaller than the
So-
Grand Tie case.
So what JLC has done is they got rid of the mid-size case for their like normal like collection, and then they were just saving the mid-size case for the tributes,
Yeah.
which is what they told me. And I actually picked up one of the Reverso monos in the mid case from the core collection, and now it's discontinued, which is kind of disappointing. But this size is absolutely perfect.
Yeah.
See, for me, it's way too small. I'm one of the only people in the universe who look good wearing the late but not lamented Reverso Squadra.
Oof.
The one that was like, the Squadra, the Reverso that ate New York,
80 millimeters.
don't know what it was, but it looked great on my wrist.
Wristwatchholic makes a good point. This is gorgeous but too pricey, and
Yes,
I can't
absolutely.
I can't disagree. I mean, it's the one thing that gives me pause about JLC right now is they are the omega of square watch references. I mean,
let's give
there's
JLC
so
some
many.
credit, because when I bought mine, it was 10.6, right? But then I had the Guilloche dial, right? So I guess that's
The
what you're paying
Guilloche
for.
dial.
I had the Guilloche dial. So, and I had the sub-second, right? But that, I think it was 10.6 when I got it. I mean, mind you, I worked at the AD and I used my employee purchase to get it, and I paid like 58 or like $6,000 for it. So I felt like I stole it either way, but yeah. I mean, they have came down in price, thankfully. So JLC has been listening to us complain about how expensive they are.
Yeah,
apparently.
but here's the thing.
Yeah.
And I've spoken about JLC this way because I'm a huge fan of the Reverso. I've owned multiple Reversos. One of my favorites was that big date with the 8-day power reserve. It's the same movement that they actually lent over to Longa as they were developing, the Longa 1 movement. I've owned that movement in multiple JLCs. The problem with the Reverso is you can find 1 million of them. And you can find 1 million of them at 60 to 70% off their original retail price.
Yeah, that's
it's
a JLC problem.
Yeah.
I think it's to some extent, maybe it's not unique to JLC, but because the Reverso is such a distinct looking watch, the fact that I can go into any number of dealer chats or Facebook groups or, online platforms and find 200 Reversos of every flavor, of every size, of every color, for 50 cents or better on the dollar. It kills me that I can't find anything that I would spend retail money. AB, it is to some extent a Richemont problem, but it's more a JLC problem.
Yeah, they suffer the most from that. Like you'll see a Panerai, for example, that retailed for $7,000. You'll see it $34, $32, $3,500 like secondary after 2 or 3 years. But a JLC that retailed for $12,000, $19,000, you'll see for $4,000. Like 4,500. It's JLC suffers more than the rest, and I've never understood why. So
yeah, I mean,
I've seen their triple calendars. The ultra thin, the triple calendars.
Dude, I saw ultra thin today for $3,600.
Yeah, it's ridiculous.
With the moon phase.
Yeah,
like a moon phase and a date. Like what the hell?
It's a popularity thing. I mean, it all comes down to popularity. I mean, obviously, after watching the auctions not this past weekend, but the weekend before, just seeing what's happening with FP Journe and how they're being pumped up right now. Like they're the hot thing. It doesn't matter what anybody else is doing. And it just, like you said, the quality is there. It has nothing to do with the watchmaking. We all know that they make killer stuff.
Amazing watches.
It's purely a marketing issue is what it comes down to.
Yeah, I saw. In fact, Tariq, I will send it to you after the stream tonight.
Oh boy,
because I'm going to be your personal drug dealer.
Oh God!
And knowing in terms of the metals that you select from,
right.
there is a complicated platinum JLC Reverso with a deployant clasp for $11,000.
Holy crap!
Come on. Yeah.
I mean, the fact that you can get that for $11,000 when you're now looking at a steel monoface, and it's in the grand tie size, so it's the 26 by 42. So it's the traditional mid-size Reverso.
Mhm.
and it's absolutely freaking stunning. I know the seller who has it, and again, a platinum reverso for 11 grand
It's
is
ridiculous.
Yeah.
That's
insane.
nuts. A duo face at that. Yeah. That's
Yeah.
insane.
I'm not a fan of the duo. It just feels like a novelty. It just feels too novelty.
It's a beautiful novelty. What are you talking about?
Yeah.
It is, but when you go in there and you listen to the people sell them that are like, oh, it's 2 watches in one. You've got your this and you've got your dual time and it's like, dude, shut the fuck up.
No, it's more than that. It's more than that. I don't listen to the salespeople half the time because you ever see Ron Swanson walk into Lowe's and he's like, I know more than you. It's like, just stop talking. I know more than you.
Well, I let them talk. I let them talk because it's amusing.
Yeah.
They're happy people where this lady, I went to Des Moines, Iowa to watch my friend play baseball. And I went to a Rolex dealer, and the lady there in the case had she was selling. I mean, they had like Baum and Mercier, Rolex, a bunch of shit. But she said something about Baum. She's like, Baum is one of the oldest watchmakers in the world. And I was like, I'm like, that's where I can't bite my tongue, lady. Like, what the fuck are you talking about?
So Tariq, this is the reference that I'm talking about. It is a platinum. It's a monoface, so it's just like the one you were looking at. But it is a platinum with the Reserve de Marche, a running seconds, the Arabic numerals. And here's the part where it takes it to the next level, which JLC stopped doing, which is platinum deployant class.
I was going to ask that
because
that would be very top heavy if it's just a platinum case.
Yeah.
They switched over to white gold deployants, white gold clasps on their platinum watches some time ago. So, I mean, again. What's this? Just want to make sure the size on this one. Yeah, it's the 24 by the 24, or excuse me, 26 by 44 or 42. And to tell me that you wouldn't take this for $3,000 more than the other one. I mean, again, to each their own. It is a beautiful blue dial, but and this one even has guilloche on it.
Yeah.
And you might be able to barter with them a little bit too. I mean, they're asking for best offer.
I just found this particular. I know this seller, and I would not buy it from eBay. I've seen this listing in other places for a different price.
Okay.
So if you're interested, Tariq, if you really are looking for a reversal for your next watch, and you're thinking, you know what, I'm gonna maybe I'll take platinum and a power reserve and a small seconds. Let me know. I'll connect you to.
We'll talk. Maybe I'll have an unboxing. We'll see.
Here we go.
It's naked, so there's no box that it'll come in. But
fine.
I can find you the correct JLC box and stamped papers and the correct booklet for it, so you can make it a full set.
Okay. All right. Let's make it happen.
Oh boy.
Oh shit! There you go, guys. We got a sale.
Deals live on stream.
I thought the topic of the show was to stop you.
Yeah, what happened? Nate is the worst person.
And then we
failure.
Yeah, it was to stop people, and then we invited the drug dealer to the show.
I know, right?
Pushing his drugs down
Why
there.
are we asking Nate to stop us from buying questionable things?
Yes,
he's the king of questionable purchases.
Yes.
This was too tough a group to start out on.
Yeah.
Right.
You know what? And since we're good, please go ahead. Oh, don't even get me started on this.
So this is the watch of the year, the new dial from Christopher Ward from Jen, and this is her Grail watch. Talk to us about this.
Okay, so the one that I chose, if you scroll down just a little bit where you can see the band colors, it's right underneath the dial color there.
Yep, I just messed up.
Choose the camel and pull up the green. That is the one that I really want because I like the color shift of the green one.
That's the way to buy it with the camel, I think.
Yeah. And then
I
if you
wish I
scroll
could-
back up, it'll give you the option for the green.
Oh,
Camel
Oh.
fine Italian leather.
there we go.
Okay, there you go.
All
Yeah.
right.
So yeah, I mean, this watch is just it's stunning. The fact that they added the Gucci to the background, I think is great, and the pattern that they chose is I know, right?
He's never coming back to the screen.
No,
I
he's
wish
not.
he would. I mean, Archie, leave him alone, man. He's our friend too. He's your friend and he's our friend. There's enough of him to go around. Mike the Snake is a good guy. Be nice.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, like I love what they've just the subtle change of actually doing something instead of like the sunburst in the background.
Mhm.
I think it just brings a whole different depth to this watch for sure. But I mean, I can see
I'll let you.
This watch is
I'll let you
gorgeous.
know because mine is scheduled to arrive on December 31st.
I was gonna say you ordered one. You ordered the silver, right?
No, I ordered
You
the
ordered the
I
gold.
ordered the gold.
Okay, that's what it
In
was.
fact,
Okay.
yeah. Robert, if you want to pull up my screen, I have all four of them on the same.
Yeah, I can do that. There we go.
So I ordered the gold version.
On the left, far left.
Yeah, and the Blake, by the way, thank you again very much for making the introduction.
You're welcome.
And they're actually going to come on stream at some point when we do the unboxing, and we can talk with the head of Christopher Ward USA for a while.
He better button up because I'm gonna be begging him like nobody's begged before.
Jen, I haven't even gotten a piece from Christopher Ward yet.
I know.
For my website, for YouTube, so don't feel bad. Nate
But you
got one
can't bat your eyelashes like I can.
That's true. Nate only got one because he threw some money down.
I know.
Oh yeah, no. I have purchased. I purchased this. This is not a trade of a watch for content or anything else. I saw that gold dial. Frankly, if they made this watch in 18 karat gold, I probably would have bought it.
Yeah.
I did tell Mike that. So maybe coming soon.
And I will tell you. Well, here's the thing. I when I was talking to him on the phone, I said, this watch gives me the same vibes as in fact, I'm going to pull one up. You know, it gives me the same vibes as the Breguet tradition in a lot of different ways because of the small dial.
Yep.
It also gives me similar vibes to the MB&F Legacy machine.
Yep.
I mean, granted, obviously, very different in a million different ways, including the fact that it's 1/20th the price of a Legacy machine. But I think that what they did here by putting the Roman numerals on the dial, making it and making the hands black, especially on the gold one, and doing the contrasting hands on the other one so that it's easier to read the time. Plus the guilloche dial.
Yeah.
Again, I think that this is like a huge step up. And at the time that I purchased it, they were doing the buy 2 straps, get a third one free. So I've purchased it with all of the strap options.
Wow.
That go with the gold, and it's quick release. So and they come with the deployment already incorporated into the strap. The pricing is not bad at all on their straps. I think it's $280 maybe or $240 for a titanium deployment on one of these Italian leather straps. So you can get 3 of them for $480.
When does it come in? When are you getting it?
December 30. I just got an email from them today because I was asking because I wanted to plan out when we might get some content and sort of plan out streams for January. It is due to land at my house on New Year's Eve, which is when I get back from my vacation. So
nice.
Between that and hopefully the new Gronefeld arriving at the same time, we'll have the two, the Gronefeld, which is or the Grona, which is there, which is their, or I guess their version of the
affordable
Mad One. Yeah, the affordable Gronefeld, like the Mad One is to MB&F. And this watch we'll have 2 independent unboxings for early January of some pretty cool pieces.
Very nice.
And I think a really great interview, because I can't wait to talk with him about watches.
Yeah.
He sounds like a fantastic guy.
He is such a good dude. He's the only person that's ever been on my podcast twice, because he came from Zodiac, and then he moved over to Christopher Ward, and his passion for for the brand just oozes through him. He's a British guy, obviously, right? So yeah, it's contagious, man. It's contagious, and he's just such a good dude to be around and have a beer with, and yeah.
Well, I've got a piece coming in tomorrow that would be ready for an unboxing on Sunday. It's a pretty big deal piece, at least for me. And another piece coming in probably the week after, but that's that'll have to wait until after New Year's.
Yeah,
that's
See,
awesome.
you know what? Everybody can stop shitting on me for constantly getting watches.
You're in a whole other league.
Not me. Not me.
But Nate, it's fun.
Yeah, it is.
Speaking
It's fun to lose money.
Speaking of unboxings, 3 more upvotes, and we have another unboxing tonight. So get those troll accounts out and upvote. We need 3 more for a second unboxing tonight, and it's a great one.
Yeah, it is actually.
It is.
It's a great one. Although I have a feeling it will not be long for the collection. I already have somebody who's interested in taking it off my hands. So this may be the only night to see it.
That's right.
Wow.
And we're up to 49, so 2 more people have gotten their troll accounts out. Let's get 1 more. Hey, we just hit 50.
Hey, there you go. All right. Well, let's let me do a little work here. We'll get this, and we'll put you up there, and we will do that, and you're all ready.
So this is what I like to call an accidental purchase.
Yeah, there are no accidents, man.
It's
Have you seen the memes where like somebody trips over something and then like their card gets swiped and like all this weird shit that happens between that? Is that exactly what happened?
It's just like on Maury, where the guy would say that I accidentally cheated on my wife, and it's like, what, did you fall into her vagina? And yes, I tripped and fell into an auction in Moda. This is a Moda purchase.
Whatever helps you sleep at night, Nate.
That's right. It's a Moda purchase, an accidental a Moda purchase.
I think I know which watch you're getting ready to pull out.
And fell in a watch box.
I saw the auction. Yeah, I saw it. Yeah.
So it's our friends from the International Watch Company.
Mm-hmm.
This was a good pickup.
This was a great pickup. And since we're doubling up on Gerald Genta watches, so this is
a
IWC Ingenieur.
Oh, okay.
And
last
this is
for the new one.
Yeah, this is the previous generation. It's from 2010. Actually, it's got its box, it's got papers, it's got the booklet, it's got all the toys. And it is the IWC Mission Earth. Don't ask me why it's called the Mission Earth.
Yeah.
But it is, in fact, the Mission Earth. I went and registered it online, and it pulled right up and said it's the Mission Earth. And
you know what? Though, I like that over the current ones because of the Arabics at the 12 and 6. I like that look.
I like it too, and I also like the red on the every other hour index. I think that it adds a little bit of color, and it in fact does have the textured dial like the current one does. Really cool. It's the older style bracelet, so it's it's a combination of milled and pressed.
Yeah.
It does have the really cool IWC, the best bracelet system on the planet next to the Cartier. It's got a push button on each link that you can remove.
Right. So toolless resizing.
Well, no, you do need a pusher.
Oh, okay. Right.
And here, let's see if I can get a halfway decent shot here.
I bet it wears awesome.
It wears fantastic. And this is a 46 millimeter watch, and it does not wear bigger than a 42.
Right, but I mean, that's because the lug to lug is probably 47-ish.
Yeah.
Yep. And it's just absolutely a fantastic watch. You saw the auction, so
I
you know
did, yeah. I've been seeing your activity there, man. I've been commenting on some of the same shit you're commenting on, like secretly trying to poke at you there.
I know. So yeah, I stole this one in an accidental auction. I was shocked that it went for what it went for.
It was cheap. It was cheap.
I mean, you could have this, or you could have a quartz, who knows what, for this price.
Yeah, it was cheap.
Yeah, Caliber Y2G commenting, this is a 46. Yeah, this is a 46, and I have about a 7.5 inch wrist, so I don't have a huge wrist. But as a very wise bearded man with double X credibility has once said, there are two dimensions to the wrist.
I'm not sure he said that.
I heard him say it.
He said it. So yeah, it's great. It's not friction fits. It's got a push button release for the clasp. It's again just an absolutely fantastic watch. For less than the cost of a Tudor.
Yeah, I will say that I also have a 7.5 inch wrist, and so if you need somebody to send that to just for safekeeping, I'd be happy to take that off your hands for a few months, years.
Hey, I'm running the maintenance service around here, and you're stealing my leads, okay?
And not to be left out, I have a 7.5 inch wrist.
There you go.
I can have a 7.5 inch wrist if you want me to, Nate.
Yeah. And it's again, it's the tradition. I happen to like closed case back watches for whatever reason.
Well, it's anti-magnetic, so you got that soft iron little case there. Yeah. That's the way it should be.
It's just such a great watch. The lume is fantastic. The texture on the dial is great. It's got a solid movement. I think this is a 2892 modified movement inside. And again, I absolutely just adore the 12 and the 6 on there.
Yeah.
It gives it a completely different vibe and a little pop of color. And again, just a steal of a deal. But for the fact that I'm sitting here with this at the same time, I probably would keep this, but it doesn't make sense for me to have both of these in the collection at the same time.
Nothing makes sense about watch collecting, Nate.
I'm trying to make sense of the unsensible.
You have two wrists, right?
And two ankles.
I know.
There you go. You can do 4 at a time.
You could do 5 if you do the Rihanna thing.
There you
Around
go.
the neck. There you go.
Oh wait, and I'm getting a text message about one of my dealer auction sites about to have a flash auction.
Lord.
So let me see what's going on.
Can you invite me to those, please? Thank you.
Yeah, actually, there's a guy in Moda that has now created his own auction platform for his inventory. I think he's in Singapore, and I have bought and sold from him. I think he's like 24 years old right now. I've bought and sold from him since before he was 18.
Invite me to all the cool chats, please, because I'm in a couple. But I need to diversify. I need to broaden my vision.
Yeah.
Yeah. I don't even know how you saw that on Moda. Whenever I go there, it's like hype watches and stuff.
It's really hard to keep up with everything that happens there.
You have to actually. I mean, I belong to all of the different Moda watch groups.
Me too.
The Moda sub 10,000, which is where I found this piece.
That's my sandbox right there.
that's where you find a lot of the non-hype pieces, because it's in the sub 10,000.
Yep.
You can go look there. And by the way, anybody who's listening to this, you can all go and join. Find one of us on Facebook, and we'll send you an invite. And by the way, we're already up to almost 60 upvotes, which was the goal for this watch unboxing anyway, originally.
Nice.
The reality is that 10,000 and under group is where you find all of the cool stuff that's not just your traditional I mean, you'll find plenty of Rolexes, you'll find plenty of Omegas, you'll find a lot of the hype watches, especially from Rolex. I have found Pateks in there. In fact, there's a couple of Pateks in there right now. I have found APs in there. You're not going to find a Royal Oak, but you can find a Van Cleef and Arpels with I think an equation of time complication.
You can find, there's so much cool shit.
I mean,
you can find some dirt cheap ass Rolexes in there too, like $1,200, $1,300, $1,400 Rolexes, and I'm just like, I mean, mind you, they are 34s and smaller cases, and like oyster dates, but there's a lot of value to be had, and that it makes it so much easier for me to buy watches because I'm in there, unfortunately.
Yeah, I mean,
it's like. Yeah, you're getting it at just somebody who just wants to get it out. They've had it on Chrono 24 for too long or whatever, right? They just want it gone. God, I mean, I got my Spitfire. You saw my bronze Spitfire that I got pretty recently?
Yep.
I paid $2,000 for that, dude. Box papers, everything from Moto.
Well, there's a 30-second auction for a Polar Explorer. 30-second flash auction for a Polar Explorer.
Oh, dang.
Watch card and both tags from 2015. Hold on 1 second. Let me see if I'm going to win this thing.
while you're winning,
I've seen those go for like mid sixes, high high sixes.
Yeah.
Like that's a lot of
not
value.
for the 6 digit. Those are still in the 7s, and you can sometimes find them in the 8s. With a card, but they're going to be, I mean, again, it's great. The Polar Explorer 6 digit, the one that ran 40? From, I guess, the 42, the 42.
Oh, I'm all over the 40.
The 2, the 40 is a little too small for me because of the bezel thickness, but the 216570s in both the black dial with the orange hand and the white dial with the orange hand, you can find these now for well under retail in tremendous condition. If you don't need the current the 226, which has the 70-hour power reserve, you can have a modern 6-digit GMT Rolex for $1,500, $2,000 below retail right now.
It's
if you
crazy.
go with the Explorer 2.
Yep.
But hold on a second. 19 more seconds. I am the current leader.
I would like to thank Nate for buying me my Christmas gift live on the show tonight. I really appreciate it. If you saw
here it is. It just arrived.
Oh, the Invicta.
Oh,
so
you must have gotten coal in your stockings if you got the Invicta, man.
So let's talk about. Speaking of which, the we go from one IWC live unboxing to another of Blake's Watch of the Year, and I would agree with him on this.
Yeah.
So would GPHG. Who awarded this watch to you.
I've been talking about this watch forever, ever since it was released, and like if you look back at the Watches and Wonder stream, or it was me, Ollie, JJ, and we all pulled an all-nighter and we're just streaming the whole night. I announced this as one of my releases of the year, and I love this, and so I felt like I've been pretty consistent. I said the same thing about the honey gold Alanga. That was, I mean, I've stuck with my watches of the year throughout the entire year. Nothing has changed, and here it is again. So
the Portuguese perpetuals are amazing. This year the Eternal is even cooler with the the sapphire subdials.
Totally. Yeah, sapphire subdial, sapphire dial, and the way that the sapphire curves around the case. Yeah. So, I mean, this is very shortly after this was released, the IWC boutique called me. I have a pretty good friend there, and they told me to come scope it, and I got hands on with the first one in America, and I mean, it was just even more incredible in person. If you haven't seen them, or I don't know how many there are floating around, but it is insanely cool. So
what's the retail on this? About 75?
No, it's six figures. I think it's like 180 or something.
Really?
I mean, it's expensive. Yeah, I can't remember. I'm dyslexic anyways, so not really, but kind of. But anyways, it's very expensive, and I think it's around the 160, 180 mark, somewhere around there, if I'm not mistaken. But then again, it is me speaking, so you guys know, like.
Yeah, it's Blake News.
Yeah, it's Blake News. So, so you need to fact checkers in the comments, please correct me. But that's what I'm just gonna say. I'm not sure, but I think it's around 160 to 180, if I remember correctly.
All right, I'm looking for it right now. The Portuguese Eternal Calendar. Oh, they won't even tell you.
I can see if I can check my text messages, but I know it's expensive as shit.
Let's see. There's one available on eBay.
How much is it selling for on eBay?
No, I'm joking. There's none available on eBay. Yeah, I can't find it. I can't find what the actual pricing is. But again, for everybody who's watching right now, if you like the way the Portuguese or perpetuals look, it is far and away the best value grand complication that exists on the secondary market, bar none. The standard gold, you can get it in white gold or rose gold. I don't think they have it in yellow. They may have had it in yellow in the past. But the Portuguese are perpetual, which again it is a perpetual calendar that is extraordinarily easy to deal with because you control it all through the crown. There's no pushers. There's none of that nonsense. You cannot get it out of sync. And they're about 45,000 new, and you can find them all day long for between
grand. Yeah.
20. I've never paid more than 14 and a half.
Oh shit. I've seen one.
And they are, and I mean, again, it's a mid-teens watch. It's the market value of a Batman or a Batgirl, and you can have a grand complication perpetual, full set that will run through 2100, and then it has a little in a glass vial, a slide for when you bring it in for the service that you have to service all perpetuals in the year 2100, because even though it should be a leap year, this is the one time that it's not. Every 400 years, a year that ends in 00 is not a leap year, and it happens to be in 2100. So when your great grandchildren take the watch in for service, you break the glass vial out, and it has the centuries 2100, 2200, 2300, and 2400 on it.
Yeah,
and it'll be good for the next 400 years. For $15,000, for $16,000, depending on how new and which metal and which dial. I mean, a mid-teens grand complication from a brand like IWC. The watch wears amazingly well, even though it's a 44 mil. It's because it's got a 50 mil lug to lug. I cannot more highly recommend. This was my Grail watch a year and a half ago. And when I first bought it, I was like over the moon. Black dial, rose gold. Just sick watches. And by the way, one other best watch of 2024 from IWC besides this are the Onyx dials that they have just released. I don't know if you've seen them yet. I'll go and look for one.
Is it a Portugueser or?
Yes, it's Portuguesers. They make it in all three of the styles. Standard. They have the perpetual right there for 46 that you just passed. And then all of those that are on the next row.
Yeah, the black on the right there.
Yeah. The day night is super cool too. I got to see this. This thing is crazy.
Yeah, they're absolutely beautiful. And again, stone dials, I think are going to continue to be. I'm sorry, these are not onyx; these are obsidian. So
Oh,
this is
yeah.
this is a piece of
Yeah,
volcanic glass in essence as the dial.
yeah, these things are sick. I did get to see these as well, and yeah, I mean, I'm super impressed. Price on the Eternal, I did get confirmation. I texted IWC real quick, 160.
Okay.
So,
Can they get me the employee discount?
I will say probably not, but you know the cool thing about working in the watch industry is IWC has the best employee discount. It's
Really?
like 70% off, like 65, 7. I mean, you get watches for fucking peanuts, you know, because they want you to wear them. You know, they want you to be seen in them, and that's the way the brands should do it. You know.
How many do they let you buy a year?
I don't know. Because when I was gonna buy my JLC, like I was going back and forth between IWC, JLC, and I went with my reverso, obviously. But no, yeah, it was like 65% and or like 70%. So I'm probably gonna get sued for saying this publicly, but whatever. Cease and desist. Here I come.
Did you sign an NDA? I mean,
no, I didn't. So yeah, no NDAs.
As your lawyer, I would recommend that if they come at you, you just tell them to go fuck off.
I'll just send them to you. I'll just say, hey, look, like
that's
this is my representation right here.
That's legal advice right there, friends.
That's absolutely right. Wow, are you kidding me? If that's really the employee discounting, you can get the Portuguese automatic obsidian dial in rose gold. That's 17,600 at retail. And I saw these. I went and saw them at the boutique down in the Design District in Miami. They are just absolutely beautiful. The black is like it's they have that Vanta black that people talk about now as like the blackest black in the history of blackness. Again, this is just a piece of polished obsidian with rose gold applied, indexes and material on top of it. It is as black as I've ever seen anything. I mean, it just absolutely stunning. And the pictures don't do it justice. It's not a sunray black. It is just gloss, endless, eternal night looking into these dials.
Well, this is a computer generated image here.
Oh yeah.
So,
you can't get the same dial like shine, like you just can't repeat it. Like no matter which direction you look at it, like the dial is gonna look totally different within like half a degree turn. Like boop. I mean, it is a very crazy watch. They actually had this one too when I came and saw the Eternal. So yeah.
Take care, Tariq.
See you, buddy.
Have a good night, Tariq. I'm looking right now to see if I can find the photos that I have of these. Because in person they're crazy.
I think I got a video.
I mean, look at that movement. I know a lot of people are like, why would you buy an IWC? You could, buy a Rolex. It's going to hold its value more. But man, do they make nice watches. Like, I know they get overlooked because of where they fall price-wise, unfortunately.
Me and my wife, we were did I tell you guys about all the jewelry that I lost when I moved?
Mm-hmm, mm-hmm.
Yeah, so me and my wife, we went diamond shopping today, and
oh boy,
yeah. Anyways, I'm a huge fan of like lab stuff.
Okay, yeah.
Like you can get an absolutely perfect diamond for like next to nothing.
Yeah.
Or you can pay for like a mediocre diamond for like a shit ton of money.
Yeah.
So anyways, I was just like, oh yeah, like, and we just went back and forth like about it, and it's like, oh well, what if we need to sell it?
Yeah.
Who cares?
Yeah. What? And then it became, oh, is it a real diamond? yes, it's a real diamond. It's like, do you care if your oranges are grown outdoors or indoors? You know, like,
yeah, and I have family. My family has was in the jewelry industry. I have family that were in the jewelry industry in New York, years and years, actually, almost decades and decades ago at this point. And the fact is, when you buy a diamond, even if you buy it at a natural stone at 50 or 55% off of the wrap, the fact is, the minute you walk out of the store with it, you've lost another 20% on that. So if you go and buy, let's say, for example, 3-carat stud diamond earrings that are GIA certified, and you pay $30,000 for it, if you try to sell them back the next day, you're going to get 18.
I know.
And you can get the same exact stones as lab created, and they are diamonds. You can get them for $1,500 or less.
They had a like a 1.5 carat GIA certified. I don't remember all the specs, but it was like a $15,000 diamond. And this was a pawn shop, mind you, Vegas pawns.
Right.
Whoop. They were like, look, like, this is yours for $4,000. Like. And I was like, yeah, but I told my wife, like, when we walked out, I was like, baby, they probably paid like $2,000 for this thing.
Like, probably less.
Yeah. So, like, I don't know. I don't really know how I'm going with it, but, I buy watches because of me. I don't really care about, at some point, I hope I won't have to sell it, Yeah. But value retention has never really been a big thing. And I ended up just ordering her a lab diamond just because I just like forced it down her throat. Like, watch what happens when it arrives. Like, you're gonna fall in love with it. It's gonna be absolutely stunning. It's like it's a VVS1, absolutely perfect. So we'll see. But
Robert, can you share the picture that I posted in the WhatsApp?
Let me see here. I gotta go back here and go down there. This one.
Yeah, it was interesting. Producer Michael was actually out in Vegas, and he met with the guy that is known for diamonds. Like, that's all he does is diamonds. And he's like, okay, show me how much I can get for this in regular or natural and in lab. And like, he got a mountain of lab for like 3 of the same like natural diamonds. And it's like, what the heck, man?
It's destroying the natural diamond industry because the lab stones are diamonds.
Yeah.
It's not like it was when it was like moissanite or other things like that.
Right.
They're diamonds. They're just as much a diamond as anything else. It is the same material, formed in the same way. Any shot of zooming this sucker in or not? Not
as zoomed as I can get it.
Hold on, let me see if I can find a way. Because it's still not given the best vibe for this. Bear with me.
At the jewelry store too, I said something to. I was like, I was like, oh, we already ordered a diamond. Da 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 da. Oh, is it lab or is it natural? First question. It was lab. Dude, like, those labs are amazing, man. Like, that's 60% of the diamonds we sell. Like, especially now considering there's been a lot of like weird things about diamonds, like how they're sourced and
right.
I mean, all that just goes back to sustainability. Lab diamonds are 100% sustainable. Chemically, I mean, they're the same shit.
Yeah. So once you zoom in, you kind of lose some of the detail here.
That's awesome.
These watches were just absolutely beautiful, and even better, IWC actually not being mentally challenged, a color matched date window with a date in rose gold to match everything else.
Shocking.
So, black date window, rose gold date. Smart.
Sorry, I just want a white date window. I'm sorry.
No.
I'm racist against date windows.
I've always wondered why the brands just don't coat that white with like super luminova? Like, why have I never seen that? Like, is that just not possible? Do I just not understand how watches work? That you could take a white date wheel and just put super luminova over it, and boom, you've got a lume date.
Mm.
I mean,
no, you don't know how watches work.
I guess,
Like,
yeah, I guess not.
You really need to get some experience in the industry before you make dumbass comments like that.
Oh my gosh.
There we go.
I mean, just set it down a little bit, you know. I set the dial up, you know, a little higher. So
yeah, so these are two of the obsidian. You can see it better on the 7-day one here in terms of how deep the black is. Just absolutely beautiful. And you'll never hear me say this again, but I think that this one is 17,000 at retail. This one's about 25, I think, at retail.
Yeah, that's right.
It's not offensive. I mean, granted, I will never pay it.
No.
I'll never buy one of these at retail, but I can understand why somebody walking in and looks at this and says, I want a dress watch. I know IWC. Wow, $17,000 for a gold dress watch.
IWC at their gold case prices. I mean, think about this in a Rolex. You know, like how much would you pay for, something like that?
If you think about it, this one here is like the 1908. Yeah, that's exactly what I was about to say. This one here is a 40 millimeter Portugueser, small seconds, rose gold case, display case back. That's a 1908.
Mm-hmm.
And this is a stone dial for $7,000 less.
Yeah.
There's value there, and God knows when these things go on the secondary market for $10,000, and this one for like $13,000. Those are things that anybody that likes dress watches should go and grab.
And we want to welcome in Mr. GMT. How you doing, buddy?
Hey, boys.
How's it going, boys and ladies? How's things going?
Well,
good,
sir.
What's going on? How's the show going?
Well, it's going good. We're just about done, actually.
We've given Nate the appropriate amount of shit tonight. So,
who's giving you the appropriate amount of shit tonight?
I said we're giving Nate the appropriate amount of shit tonight.
That's fine. I
that's fair.
Bring it. By the way, we've gone over 60 upvotes, so good job to the crowd that's been in and out. So
yeah, we really appreciate that. We really do.
I've got to bail out.
You're holding us strong. So that didn't come out right. So
yeah.
We might just not get fired. We might just not get fired tonight.
Well, maybe.
Or at least us.
Yeah.
No, I'm going to get fired.
Robert's
I made Ali mad.
Sure.
So
yeah.
I'm done. So, Mr. GMT, what is new with you real quick?
Oh, not much. Just working as usual. I was, like I said, I was watching in and out. So I was coming in and out watching you guys, but you have some interesting topics besides that fucking shitter of a Blancpain that you guys showed. That bullshit. Fuck me, dude. I don't know what you guys are thinking. I don't mean to offend anyone if they bought it, but fuck, that's a shit watch. Did anyone buy one?
Not the blue one.
Did you just buy one or not?
Nate bought 3.
No, the blue one.
No.
I thought you said you bought one. You got one for your wife, and you got one for your daughter.
No. I bought the Ocean of Storms, the black dial one. My daughter bought a Mission to Earth Omega moon swatch because she's the Omega person, and my wife found one of the cute jelly swatches that she just always wanted probably since she was a kid.
You saved yourself there. You saved yourself.
See the problem is with the Blancpains, right? The moon swatches are cheap enough, right? They're still expensive. Don't get me wrong, for what they are, but they're a lot cheaper than the Blancpains. The Blancpains are way too expensive for what they are. Way too expensive. And they're taking us all for a ride. So
with getting the
you don't know
getting the VAT with
Have you
getting the
ever held one?
VAT, I own one. With getting the VAT back, spending $330 on one is only $50 more than the Moon Swatch, and it's a mechanical movement. So again,
see,
other than the
we
horrible
don't get
scrap.
that. See, we don't get that. Not everyone can get those deals like that. We pay for over here. We get slapped, so it's not that cheap compared to the Moon Swatch.
That's because you
what I
live
mean?
on the
The
prison
Moon Swatch is a lot
colony,
cheaper.
GMT.
Listen. All right, okay. You want to go there, do you?
We've gone to a dark.
There we
dark,
go.
You
dark,
want to
dark
go there,
place.
do you?
There we go.
You
I'm
want me to
just
start?
kidding.
I don't think
I'm
you want me to
kidding.
start.
Can we just run the outro now?
Hey,
Well-
are we? We're not. I assume we're not running a race tonight. We'll save the names for.
We'll
for...
save the two names for a later date, and we want to thank everybody for being in here. We especially want to thank Mr. GMT for joining us. You're going to see a lot more of Mr. GMT here in just a second. We want to thank Blake. We want to thank Jen and Nate. And let's see, who else
Tariq.
was in here? Tariq was in here. Thank you, Tariq, for coming in for a little
Mitch.
bit.
Yeah, Mitch.
And Mitch as well. And hey, everybody have a great Christmas coming up. Everybody have a great New Year coming up. I know we're not going to be here next Tuesday because of Christmas Eve, and we're all going to be with family, but we'll see about New Year's Eve. If somebody's bored, we may spin up a stream on New Year's Eve. But you guys have a great Christmas, and we leave you now with the last.
Before you leave, before you call off the Christmas Eve stream, I'm going to have to make a phone call to the Space Laser from Canada and Mitch to see whether or not we will have an all Yiddish stream next Tuesday. But
a happy
most likely
Hanukkah
not.
stream.
Exactly.
There you go.
I'm an atheist. I'll join you.
Yeah, there you go. Well, you guys have a great Christmas. We will see you guys sometime. Or if Ollie gets me, maybe not. But we leave you now with the final playing in 2024 of our man, Mr. GMT.
Can't beat my meat. Awesome homemade Greek style food. Come and get it. Our awesome gyros. Come and get it. Our big breakfast. Come and get it. Our Wednesday special charcoal pork shifty and souvlaki. Come and get it. Our Thursday special cabbage roll day. Come and get it. And our biggest seller, Souvla Day. Tuesday, Friday. Come and get it. And don't forget, in 2024, come and get it and you won't regret it.